Okay, on to our next series, man, and this one over here is called Roza's Martian Sonic Odyssey. It's quite a mouthful, but it is very, very cool. This whole series is a Hua Chenyu series, and Roza, I apologize, I know this one's a bit late. Apologize about that. My whole schedule was a bit screwed up this last week, but we're solving all of it, and everything will be back to normal by next week. We just had to reschedule a couple of series and different dates. But yeah, anyway, as you know, I'll always solve it. This one over here is, like I say, it's a Hua Chenyu series. Everything is Hua Chenyu, so if you're not too fond of Hua Chenyu, maybe this series is not for you. If you do like him, well, strap in, because we are doing a full Hua Chenyu series brought to you by Roza. This one over here is called Westgate Youth. I've been told to go to a particular time in this lengthy show or whatever else and see it's actually Hua Chenyu and Chris Lee. Westgate Youth, man. And nothing else to say. Let's just rock and roll. Let's get the series started. Let's go.
李宇春带来《西门少年》。
I'm not sure if I've ever seen Lee. Okay. What are we doing? Where are we going? Okay. You know how it is with Hua Chenyu, he always has to build up that suspense.
那就从这座城市的西门开始，有一条该沿少年们曾奔跑出来流血不止。红色大门外杂乱无序的野草种子，是我耳濡目染到最原始间的性子。未能经历时间洗礼的骄傲之子，还远远读不懂青春。
Oh, that's pretty cool. I like that line over there. We're the most primitive tenacity that nurtured me.
时间的性子，为
And then the teenager of pride who fails to experience the baptism of time. That's fire. Right, and not accepted into his youth, not accepted into his time. Fire.
能经历时间洗礼的骄傲之子，还远远读不懂青春不死那一首诗。灰头土脸狂奔，永不知疲惫的日子，马和爸狠狠闪过屁股，上起棍子。
My mom and dad once spanked on the hips for mischief. Yeah, I know how that feels. I didn't just get spanked, I got beaten as a child. Right, for being naughty, I got beaten. As a child, my dad didn't play those games. He didn't play those games, right? And hey, take a look at me. Look how I turned out. I'm doing reactions now. So he must have done a good thing. I'm joking. But yeah, no. For me, it's like, you know, I'm still a big fan of that saying that you got to be cruel to be kind, right? Specifically in this generation of children, I think we need to turn to being cruel to be kind. A little bit more, right? I think we got too many rights. There's too many rights. This whole democracy experiment has gone awry somewhat. I think we need to start pulling back on the rights and start going back to some old school ways of living so we can get people right. Anyway, carry on.
穿着破旧鞋的人就这样渐渐长大，年轻心脏的梦在不知不觉中发了芽。扬帆远航乘风破浪，要去惊讶天下。生命的意义就像纵情燃烧，不怕留疤。日月问少年能够不及多少个四季？少年说一定率性而行，无所畏惧。不管路上遇到妖魔鬼怪，还是幸福血雨，靠自己的拳头向着阳光生长，坚定不移。
野火烧不尽我们的野生野障，野火。
Wildfires don't burn our wild growth. Fire. I actually love the way they played on that, right? So wildfires don't burn our wild growth because we grow wild, we're young, right? And it's almost like we're untamable. So we're supposed to be strong, we're supposed to be resilient, we're supposed to be loud, essentially, right? And wildfires don't burn our wild growth, so that you can't destroy our youth, right? We're different, right? From this particular region, we are different. Like
烧不尽我们的野生野障，野火烧不尽我们的野生野障，野火野生野障，野火野生野障。心碎的酒瓶碰记忆生就在昨日，8月的暴雨之后横空出世，剩下了野草疯狂侵略，只是不可阻止。混杂的汗水为每个人都屏息，咬紧牙齿。我听到不同颜色的人在呐喊我的名字，不管那个声音是捍卫还是讽刺，我都只想说一句不好意思，因为我从来就不循规蹈矩，服从压制的模子。后来我。
I want to say sorry. So it's basically like a resilient youth that's saying it's going up against a system, a tyrannical system, and it's basically saying, I apologize, but I am not going to acquiesce to the system, which most people is what they should be doing today, right? And it's not a system of left and right, because that's all bullshit. That doesn't exist. It's one uni-party system. More specifically in the West, right? And if anybody's going to rise up against that uni-party system, it's not about blue or red. They're all the same. They're all the same fucking bullshit. They're all trying to suppress you. They're all trying to get control of you. They're all trying to get you to comply. They're all trying to only further their interests, right? It is up to the youth, and it's up to each person to have individuality within themselves to make their lives better, and not to ask the government to make their lives better, not to ask the system to improve their lives, because the system has no interest in doing that, right? So yes, and that's how you should be growing your children up. You should be growing your children up that every single thing that happens in their life is down to them. They are to blame for everything. They are to be accredited for everything. But it's them. It's their individuality that counts. They need to take accountability for their life. They need to be driven, motivated, disciplined. It's about them. If they're going to sit and wait around for the system to do it for them, they're going to live these confused, they're going to live a very confused, very miserable, depressed, anxious life, because no one's coming to save you if you can't save yourself. Let's go.
我的名字，不管那个声音是捍卫还是讽刺，我都只想说一句不好意思，因为我从来就不循规蹈矩，服从压制的模子。后来我渐渐离开了这座城市，像更多心怀抱负的少年一样奋力展翅，天大地大的精彩和危险才真正跃翅，天花乱坠的诱惑和匿名口水满地充斥，他们企图让我沦为被现实裹挟的人质，我梗着脖子摇到地上说了。
That's a very important line over here. Wait a second. They try to make me hostage to reality. That is fucking fire. They try to keep you in a delusional space and then make you hostage to reality, right? Which they actually, by doing that, what they're trying to do is they're trying to take away your truth. They're trying to not your truth. Your truth doesn't exist. It's the truth. This fucking title of your truth and, oh, but it's her truth and it's her truth, his truth. No. There is the truth, and then there's your opinion or how you feel and your perspective. But because you have a perspective on something because you see yourself as something, that doesn't mean it is your truth, right? There's no such thing as your truth. There is the truth, and then there's your perspective, however you want to view the world. But that doesn't change reality, right? And that's what they're trying to hold you to. They're trying to hold you hostage to that reality, right? 让我沦为
为被现实裹挟的人质，我梗着脖子摇到地上说了个不字，就算遍体鳞伤也要孤注一掷，握紧旗帜，戴上皇冠，披上荆棘，才是时代的样子。
哎，
烧尽我们的脸上，脸上烟火，烧尽我们的脸上，脸上烟火，烧尽我们的脸上，脸上烟火，烧尽我们的脸上，脸上。
我知道攀登高峰的崎岖变得越来越难，走了好多曾经一起追风的人。
It's actually not. I'd argue that it's not getting harder and harder to climb those heights. I actually think in today's world, in today's youth, the way we are growing up the youth of today, right, we are making them weaker and more fragile and more docile. So if you are a young teenager or a young man who's disciplined, who is driven, who has a moral virtue, who holds themselves to account, and all of those things, and is stoic, right? You can wipe the floor with this generation of youth. You can wipe the floor of this generation. It's so easy to. It is so easy to. You know, back in the day, 20, 30 years ago, you had to deal with brilliant people, right? Because the whole thing was centralized. One had to be more exceptional than the other in order for them to succeed. Right? Exceptionalism is not accepted anymore in this world. It's all about mediocrity and below. Right? So if you are exceptional, there is no fucking competition for you. There's hardly any competition for you if you are exceptional, because nobody wants to be driven. Nobody wants to be disciplined. Nobody wants to be stoic. They want to be fat, lazy, docile, and stupid on their couch watching Netflix and asking the government to give them everything. So no, it's actually not harder today. It is easier today for the person who has, for the youngster who has their moral values in place, their stoicism in place, their physical well-being in place, their mental well-being in place. For those people who are driven, that kind of thing, and are not looking for everybody to give them handouts, they'll take the world, man. They'll take the world.
少年都是有了力不从心的时候，说真的也想过放弃，把独自一人的坚持，毕竟举步维艰呐。
这都是你也有过的想法吧，但我知道你绝不可能妥协吧。虽然不同样子，不同身世，却能初心一致。我就是你心里绝不被你成为的倔强分子。
我已准备好踏上下一段新的征程，我会不懈战斗，直至生命最后继承。狂风暴雨，电闪雷鸣，或者喝彩声，独奏震耳欲聋的英雄交响，永远精神。我要如最初的那个西门少年，不畏流血，不惧流言，不停奋力奔跑下去。我要如最初的那个西门少年，不畏流血，不惧流言，不停奋力奔跑下去。我要如最初的那个西门少年。
Somebody let me know what do they mean by teenagers at the West Gate. I'm pretty sure this is written by somebody else. This might have been somebody else's lyrics, but there must be something to that. Children at the West Gate. Where is the West Gate? What is the West Gate? If anybody knows the backstory to that, put it down in the comment section. Let's go.
我要如最初的那个西门少年，不畏流血，不惧流言，不停奋力奔跑下去。我要如最初的那个西门少年，不畏流血，不惧流言，不停奋力奔跑下去。
This sounds like a protest song, and I don't know sort of what is the context of all of this. Somebody has to put this down in the comment section. all seem completely taken aback by it. They really do. All seem, look, that was very cool, man. The lyrics over there was fire. I actually really enjoyed the lyric. Very empowering lyrics over there. But then again, you know, Hua Chenyu's delivery is fantastic. I don't think I've ever reacted to this other artist. I can't remember his name. Chris Lee or something like that. I'm not sure. But yeah, man, that was very cool, man. Let's get on to the next one. You guys let me know what you think down below. I'll catch you soon. Peace!